Before we start, first let's imagine some scenarios. Imagine you saw a man and a woman walking down the street. Each of them was lifting a bag. What do you think of the situation? Now let's change the scenario a bit. Imagine you saw them walking down the street again, and this time the man was lifting 2 bags and the woman was lifting nothing. What do you think of the situation now? Again, you saw them walking down the street, and this time the woman was lifting 2 bags with the man lifting nothing. What's your opinion on the situation now? Either you consider them as fair, unfair, or totally normal to happen. Why don't you think about these 2 questions first? 1. Do you support gender equality? A. Yes. B. No. 2. Are you a feminist? A. Yes. B. No. C. Uncertain. Well, if your answer to question 1 is yes, which is you do support gender equality, and your answer to the first scenario is normal or fair, to some extent, you are a feminist. But if you are the other type of person whose answer to question 1 is yes, but you consider scenario 2 fair and scenario 3 unfair, you are not actually a feminist. Instead, you are what is commonly known as extreme or radical feminist. Wait, I have a question. But I am a man. Can I also be a feminist? Why is it called feminism but not musculism or equalinism if it is actually supporting gender equality? Why is thinking scenario 2 fair and scenario 3 unfair an extreme feminist? I just think it's morally correct and it's the man's responsibility to help a woman lift her bags. If feminism does support gender equality, how would it contribute to the rights of men? Those are some common questions we got asked when we did a survey on feminism. And now you may ask, so what is feminism and what is radical feminism? To better understand this, let us begin with some histories. Olympe de Gouges first proposed the Declaration des droits de la femme et de la citoyenne. Under the influence of Déclaration des droits de l'homme et du citoyen during the French Revolution in 1791, feminists seek for gender equality in community service and in political rights during the 19th to early 20th century. In 1939, most women got job opportunities due to the Second World War. In 1943, China became the first country to set up Women's Federation and created significant impacts. In 1935, the British Housewife League was formed. In the 1950s, female rights in society gained serious improvements as they have found new jobs and family status. From the 1960s to the 1970s, Western feminists aiming to eradicate gender equality encourages females to bring politics into their lives. From the late 20th century to the early 21st century, feminists began to care about cultural equality, cultural production, and cultural agreement. In 2009, with the technological advancements, feminism began to be known by the public and be widely supported on the internet. In 2017, Me Too became a hashtag that was widespread on the social media following the Harvey Weinstein sexual harassment case, which was later shared by actress Alyssa Milano.
To better check the existence of misunderstandings, we had conducted a survey, and the results are somehow surprising. Most of the people in their 60s from our survey don't know what feminism is, while those in their 50s either solely have heard about feminism but don't know what it actually is, or some of them just don't support gender equality because of historical problems. Some people in their 40s are quite conservative about feminism, and some people in their 30s are more likely support gender equality, but they are still not sure if they are feminist. Some people in their 20s are pretty sure what feminism is and agree with gender equality. On the other hand, some of the students around the age of 10 have a great misunderstanding of feminism due to the influence of the internet.
Misunderstandings not only occur in people with different ages, but also with people living in different countries. The most distinct difference is that misunderstandings vary with the economic levels of the countries. In more economically developed countries, most people are in favor of feminism since they know that feminism is gender equality. In nearly industrialization countries, most people support gender equality but are uncertain about the actual meaning of feminism. That is how most misunderstandings like feminism is about women gaining more rights occur. Lastly, in less economically developed countries, most people not only are unaware of feminism, but also have no intention of developing feminism or gender equality.
Of course, feminism is not only about fighting for the rights of women, but also about fighting for the rights of men, just as its purpose suggests, to achieve equality between men and women. From family politics to violence and sexual assault, men are even more vulnerable if they are hurt in the same way. For this reason, feminist Kathy J had made a documentary about the rights of men. In China, the legal retirement age is 60 for men and 55 for women, with a choice of reapplying after retirement. And this is unfair to men, especially in jobs that require a lot of physical energy and are dangerous. In addition, male celebrities in the entertainment industry, especially in Asia, who present themselves in a not so publicly accepted way tend to be criticized by the public. In contrast, female artists who adopt an unisex style will be generally accepted and praised by the public, and feminists who are also fighting for the rights of men are all attempting to solve the bias on men mentioned above. Now, you may ask, although I know what feminism is, why am I an extreme feminist? According to Affinity magazine 2017, extreme feminists believe that women are superior and promote women having more rights than men. And again, feminists support gender equality instead of gender oppression, since they believe that men and women are the same. They are not any weaker than men. So that is why when you made the decision of it is fair to let men lift bags, but unfair to let women lift bags, you are considered to be a radical feminist. Whether for moral reasons or responsibility issues, you may be thinking that women are just naturally weaker than men at that time. Actually, the true definition of feminism is a belief in social, economic, and political equality between males and females. Feminism is not only about asking power for females, but also fighting for the power of males. Men can also be feminists. Additionally, although feminism was started by females, but it actually works for both genders. Developing feminism is necessary because it can aid the economic development of a country, and it brings more labor force for a country.
女权的定义，我认为应该就是说争取男女平等，应该就是叫女权主义。
我不知道女权是什么，对，但是我听起来好像不怎么好。
你怎么看电视台不让男性戴耳钉的问题？
我个人认为，就是男性佩戴耳钉，我是有些接受不了的。
就是简单说是为什么？是因为太娱乐影响到你的判断？
基本上是吧。这个
只是因为一个人影响了你的判断？并不说是就是因为一个人吧，因为现在就是我个人认为，娱乐圈大部分就是也不算是大部分吧，反正是有一部分男性明星，我是真的无法接受他们那种。就是娘气，然后那种就
您知道女权是什么吗？
大概知道吧。
您能说一下您觉得它定义吗？或者它的目的是什么？
男女平等吧。
男女平等哈。
我觉得就是那种公主病吧。
公主病。对。啊，好。
First, are you a feminist?
I would say so, yes.
So, how do you define the word feminism?
Yeah, I think for me, feminism is any thought pattern or activity that reinforces the idea that men and women, male and female, are created equally. They have equal rights. And they ought to have the opportunity to do anything they want just the same, male or female. That's my feeling.
Wait a second, just one more thing I want your opinion on. Do you think feminists should eat female crabs? Leave your answer in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.